My name is Chris Holmes, and the man behind the camera is Owen Shepherd. We thought we'd like to pick out 6 cars and give you a few notes on them. If it goes down well, we're going to do it again in January. Before we get going, I'd like to point out that you can book for a viewing on the week of the sale, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. And if you want to ask any more details, just ring Owen and he will give you all the details you need to know. Now, the first car Owen picked out for you is the lot number 5, a 99 Honda Sabre. That was imported from Japan into the UK in 2008 and registered in the UK in 2009. The Honda Sabre is not to be confused with the motorbike with a similar name. They were manufactured by the US for the Japanese market, and they are a bit of a beast. You've got 222 bhp underneath the bonnet, and that will knock you up to 0 to 62 miles an hour in 7.9 seconds. It's also not only quick but very comfortable. The condition, as you can see on the video if you go on our line, is in nice condition. The car is sold without a reserve, and we think it'll make a terrific starter classic when you take into account the rarity in Europe, and it's in fact it's a relatively unknown car. The second car I picked, reason being I passed my driving test in 1959 in one of these. It's lot 22, 1957 Wolseley 1500. It's been owned by the vendor for 38 years, which is a great recommendation. And of course these little Wolseleys are quite upmarket compared with their little Ford. They've got leather upholstery, walnut dashboards and door cappings. The car comes with the original workshop manual, spares manual and invoices for electronic ignition. Now the 1.5 litre 1500cc engine will produce a top speed of over 80 miles an hour, which for a 50s road car is quite exceptional. It means on today's A-class roads it's quite capable of maintaining 60 miles an hour. We have an estimate between 1,000 and 2,000, and again, like the first car, we think it's a great starter classic, and it's a good way of getting onto the Wolseley ladder. Now, Owen picked this rally else, and I don't think you'd actually ever heard of it. The vendor bought it for £8,000 on the 21st of July 21. Sadly, does not have a large history file. However, quite a lot of work has been carried out since the vendor bought it in March. He refurbished the air filters, he put reconditioned radiator, new fan blades, new offside rear wheel cylinders, etc. He is selling it because he finds it a little bit too small and his wife wanted a more modern motor car. The Mark III Elf has 1 or 2 improvements to show off over its predecessors, including front brakes having twin leading shoes, the larger 998cc engine, which is the same size as the Mini Cooper, internal door hinges, wind-up windows, air vents, and a very appealing walnut dashboard. Now we've estimated this car at £2,500 to £3,500, which makes it a really affordable starter classic. And of course the big beauty of these things, you can work on them yourself. You can take them apart like Meccano said. The next one we picked out is lot 32, a 1972 Saab 96. It's been owned by the vendor for over 4 years, and it comes with a DVLA owner's history, which you can't get anymore, unfortunately, and an extract from Saab Owners Club on this particular car, which is rather nice to have. The 96 V4s are made famous by Eric Carlson, who won the Monte Carlo Rally several times in one of these cars. He also famously invented the left foot braking. Remember, they are front wheel drive. The car was manufactured for 20 years. They started off with a 3-pot 2-stroke engine. In the 80s they were powered by a Ford Taunus 4-pot engine of 1.5 litre and in a V4 configuration. This specific car has been well looked after for a number of years, with a gearbox change taking place in 86, an engine change in 2012. Now we put an estimate in at 3.9 to 4.9. This little Saab is well worth having a go for if you're looking to getting into classic cars and also classic car rallying. We're now going to lot 67, a 1971 Ford Capri 3 litre. Now the vendor has spent a small fortune on this and has carried out the work himself. There is a full photographic record of the restoration of the bodywork and photographs of underneath the car as well as on top, and he has not only done that, but he's also treated the car to recommissioning the mechanics. It's got a new clutch, it's had a rewire, electronic ignition, new rev counter, new shock absorbers. I could go on and on and on about this one. And there's a load of invoices and things like that in the history file, including the comprehensive photographic record of the restoration. And it is an outstanding motor car in every way. The estimated 17.9 to 19.9. we think is about right for this car because it is such a rare one. The Mark I Capri's 3 litres are very rare indeed, and you have to be careful when you drive them because they can be a little bit tail happy, especially if the roads are wet. I think it's a beauty, I really do, and it's a lovely car to drive, plenty of go, and she is a cracking car to see, to look at. On to lot 72, a 1965 Ford Mustang. The vendor's son brought the car into the auction and explained that his father bought the car as a restoration project, and he sadly passed away just before it was finished. So there are little bits and pieces to be done on this car, such as door cappings and things like that, but all the parts are with the car. And his son said to me, he said, I'm not a mechanic, and I'm afraid it's beyond me to do it, to finish it off. It runs and drives, by the way, perfectly all right. And it's had lots of rather nice things done to it. It's got power steering, it's got disc brakes, uprated and differential. The seats have been changed to Audi A6 front seats, which are much more comfortable. The suspension is adjustable. He thinks his father spent about £70,000 on the motor car. We have invoices came up to 45,000, but we haven't been able to find an invoice in reference to the rebuild of the engine, but we are working on that. Hopefully by the time the sale comes we will have a bit more paperwork. Really is a stunning motor car, it's absolute beauty, and I'd like you all to come down and have a look at it, but don't forget you've got to book an appointment. Thank you very much indeed for watching this video. We'll be repeating it with another 6 cars at the beginning of January, and just a reminder, you need to book a slot to come and view on the week of the sale, and you need to register to bid online or leaving a commission bid or a telephone bid. And don't forget to give Owen a ring on 01202 745466, that's 745466, and he will help you.